A very good morning. You're watching News 9 with me, Akshita. And first up, a drunk biker had his worst nightmare come true when he rammed into a police constable late last night. The incident took place near Kamakshipalya police station limits. Head Constable Thamaya, who was checking for drunken driving, was severely injured when a biker rammed into him. The accused has been identified as Ramesh. Well, considering that it is the weekend now, there were several police officials on duty trying to ensure that there was no drunken driving as such. Unfortunately, one of these police constables was hit by a biker who was indulging in drunken driving. And it is understood that this was near Kamakshipalya. The biker has been identified as Ramesh, and it is understood that he was travelling on his bike, which is when he rammed into Head Constable Thamaya, who was checking for drunken driving. Thamaya was severely injured after this particular incident. He has been rushed to a hospital. Meanwhile, the accused could face some serious action, not just for drunken driving, but also maybe in some dire cases to the extent of homicide as well. Fortunately, the head constable has managed to survive the incident, but we do understand that he's been severely injured. Well, in fact, we understand that Thamaya is now at the Unity Lifeline Hospital, which is where he is being treated for the grievous injuries he has received due to this incident. It happened late last night, of course, when in fact Thamaya, along with several other police officials, were trying to go ahead and ensure that nobody indulged in drunken driving. Unfortunately for Thamaya, Ramesh, who was under the influence, rammed his bike right into Thamaya. And there's no word on exactly what kind of injuries Thamaya has sustained. We understand that Ramesh was drunk, and when he saw the cops, he tried to dodge them. But Thamaya got in the way and he was injured. The biker also fell and suffered injuries. Thamaya, who suffered head injuries, was shifted to Unity Hospital but was later shifted to BGS Hospital as his condition worsened. He is currently in the ICU. It is understood, of course, that Ramesh tried to get away, which is the case in most of the drunken driving incidents. And Thamaya, in a bid to stop Ramesh, got in the biker's way, and unable to stop his bike, he rammed into Thamaya. Ramesh fell off his bike. He too has been injured, but it is Thamaya who is in a serious condition. He was admitted to the Unity Hospital. He has been shifted to BGS now because his condition has only worsened. He is currently in the ICU being treated for the head injuries that he has sustained in this particular incident. And an incident of a 23-year-old being kidnapped has come to light in Rajagopal Nagar in Bengaluru. The girl who worked at a garment factory in Rajagopal Nagar was on her way back home when she got kidnapped. The incident came to light after the girl made a frantic phone call to her brother saying that she was being followed by some people. She then made a second call where she is said to have screamed, saying that she was being taken towards a lake. This is when her parents filed a kidnap complaint at the Rajagopal Nagar police station. A case has now been registered and the search for the girl is on. She's 23 years old. There's no word on exactly why she's been kidnapped. The only reason they know is because this particular girl made a phone call to her brother when she was on her way back from the garment factory where she worked in, and she told her brother that she was being closely followed. Soon after, of course, we understand that in a second phone call, she was heard screaming and shouting that she was somewhere near a lake, and it was quite clear that she had been abducted. Her parents have immediately filed a kidnap complaint at the Rajagopal Nagar police station. The cops have now gone ahead and started the investigations into this incident. There's been no ransom call of sorts, so there's no word on exactly why she's been kidnapped. But the hope, of course, is that the girl is safe. Well, in fact, the police have ensured that they are coming together for this particular investigation. They were informed of the kidnapping last night, so we will have to wait and watch to see if they do manage to crack this case. And of course, considering, of course, that she was on her way back from work, it could be that this was a well-planned out abduction, wherein the kidnappers ensured that they did catch her when she was walking back alone to her home. Moving on, departments like the KPSC have been formed to help talented and deserving students. Unfortunately, KPSC has become an epitome of corruption. What is it all about? Well, here's a report.
It would not be wrong to state that the Karnataka Public Service Commission is one of the most corrupt departments in the state. Many officers are neck deep in corruption, with many scams coming to light. Now, one more scam has come to light. 3 years ago in 2011, when the recruitment for gazetted probationary officers was going on, many fake caste certificates were produced. Even during the recruitment of commissioners for the Revenue and Commerce departments, such fake caste certificates were produced, thus cheating talented students. This scam has come to light after a CID probe into the same. Kaji Abdul Hafiz, a retired IPS officer, got his son K. Arif Hafiz and daughter Anjum Hafiz plum posts, managing to get fake certificates under Category 1. News9 has exclusive access to these documents.
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೋಸ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಹಿರಿಯ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿ ಆದಂಥ ADGP ಆದಂಥವರು ಕೆ ಅಬ್ದುಲ್ ಹಫೀಜ್ ಅವರೇ ತಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಕೊಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಉನ್ನತ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿ ಆದಂಥವ್ರು ಇಂಥ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಜನಸಾಮಾನ್ಯರು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು, ಅವ್ರ ಕತೆ ಏನು? ಅವ್ರು ಕೆ ಹಫೀಜ್ ಅಂತ, ಕೆ ಅರೀಫ್ ಹಫೀಜ್, ಅಂಜುಮ್ ಹಫೀಜ್ ಇಬ್ಬರು, ಒಬ್ಬರು 145 ತೊಗೋತಾರೆ, ಒಬ್ಬರು 150 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ತೊಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವರು COD ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ದಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಇವ್ರ ಹೆಸರು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಇವರು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಹೆಸರಿದೆ. ಆದಾಗ್ಯೂ ಸಹಿತ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರ ಹೆಸರು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
Haji Abdul Hafiz and his children belong to Category 2B in the minority community. But Kaji got a fake caste certificate done because under Category 1, the number of applicants is fewer and it is easy to procure a seat. On investigation, it has also come to light that many officers are in connivance with Kaji. An aspirant by the name Ajay has now approached the Lokayukta, complaining against this fraudulent activity.
KPSC ನಡೆಸಿದ 2011 ಗೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನಲ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ಕರಪ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ CID ಅವರು ಉಲ್ಲೇಖ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ಕರಪ್ಷನ್ ನಡೆದಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಲೋಕಾಯುಕ್ತದಲ್ಲಿ ಕರಪ್ಷನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕರಪ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ?
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ KPSC ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸನ್ನು ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ CID ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಉಲ್ಲೇಖ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಈ ಕುರಿತಾಗಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಒಂದು ತನಿಖೆ ನಡೆಸಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೊಂದ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ನೊಂದ ಉದ್ಯೋಗಾಂಕ್ಷಿಗಳಿಗೆ ನ್ಯಾಯ ದೊರಕಿಸಿಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಲೋಕಾಯುಕ್ತ ಹಾಗೂ ಸರ್ಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಮೂಲಕ ಕೋರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
Now that the Lokayukta has been approached, let's wait and see how many more black sheep will be detected. It's truly sad that senior IPS and IAS officers have an unholy nexus in cheating talented students. C.R. Manjunath, News9, Bengaluru.
And the Water Board is adamant on increasing water tariff, but the government is doing all it can to stall the hike. The board has now come up with a new set of tariffs in a hope to get the sanction for the hike they have been battling for.
It was bad news for everyone soon after elections, with hike in bus fares and electricity tariff. Sensing competition, the Water Board too stepped into the fray and decided to hike water tariff. Citing numerous reasons, the Water Board has been adamant that they need the hike in tariff to sustain the ever-increasing expenditure of the board. After having incurred heavy losses in the past, the Water Board wanted the tariff to be hiked by at least 40%. The board even submitted a proposal in this regard to the state government. But the state government played it safe by transferring the responsibility of tariff hike back to the Water Board. Despite this, a meeting was called and it was decided to submit a new set of tariff, but then again it was disappointment for the Water Board, since the government has yet again sent the proposal back for re-examination. Seeing no way out of this rut, the Water Board has come up with two options and will be submitting the same to the state government for approval. The new tariff will see a hike of 50% for domestic users and 20% for commercial users. They've also stated that if the tariff is not approved, they would reduce the quantity of free water that is being given at the moment. With the minimum charge being 48 rupees, the rate per 1000 litres is 6 rupees now, which would be increased to 9 rupees per 1000 litres if the tariff is hiked by 50%. The new tariff will be 13 rupees 50 paise per 1000 litres as compared to the old rate of 9 rupees for consumption between 8,000 to 25,000 litres. The new tariff for consumption between 50 to 75,000 litres will be 45 rupees per 1000 litres as compared to the old rate of 30 rupees per 1000 litres. The next two slabs will see an identical hike from 36 rupees per 1000 litres to 54 rupees per 1000 litres. The proposed hike has left many surprised since commercial usage will see a lesser hike compared to domestic use. The rate per 1000 litres is 36 rupees now, which would increase to 43 rupees per 1000 litres if the tariff is hiked by 50%. The new tariff will be 47 rupees per 1000 litres as compared to the old rate of 39 rupees for consumption between 10,000 to 20,000 litres. The new tariff for consumption between 20 to 40,000 litres will be 53 rupees as compared to the old rate of 44 rupees per 1000 litres. Consumption between 40 to 60,000 litres will go up to 61 rupees from the current rate of 51 rupees per 1000 litres. The new rate for consumption between 60,000 to 1 lakh litres will be 69 rupees compared to 57 rupees earlier. For consumption above 1 lakh litres, the new tariff will be 72 rupees per 1000 litres, 12 rupees more than the old rate. As the second option, the board plans to reduce 2000 litre supply from each slab, thus registering an extra income of 12 to 15 crore rupees without the hike in tariff. It now remains to be seen if the state government will implement either of the two options or will return the proposal asking for another review. Anand Burli for News 9, Bengaluru.